Today's episode of the Realest podcast ever is brought to you by Brandilly Marketing Creative. Brandilly MC is a family-run, black-owned design firm and print shop located in Raleigh, North Carolina. They've been around since 2001 and print everything from business cards to booklets to the famous stand-up banner that you guys see every week on our videos for TRPE. They print and ship nationwide and offer standard, next-day, and same-day printing options. And for the month of August, they're giving out some great specials to all the TRPE listeners. You can get 1,000 full-color 4x6 postcards for only $55. You can get the retractable stand-up banner with a carrying case for only $125. And then the final special is 1,000 full-color business cards with any finish that you want for only $27. All of these specials are available by calling 919-278-7896 and mentioning TRPE, or by using coupon code TRPE at www.bmcprinting.com. That's using code TRPE at www.bmcprinting.com. What up, what up? We back, baby. Week off. Back in this hoe.
a week off that it was impromptu.
Impromptu week off, but we needed it.
Yeah.
We needed the week off, man. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to appreciate this product for what it is and the hard work and the presentation that goes into giving y'all this show every week. In case you don't know, you're listening to the Realest podcast ever. It's your boy C. Diddy.
I'm Matt Matt.
Almost had a regression. Take a week off, almost slipped up. We had like 10 days off.
It was more than a week.
It was more than a week. I'm gonna keep pushing this 1 week agenda.
Can I go right into my y'all weird? My y'all weird, man. First week of August. Bus passengers who receive monthly benefits from the government.
Gotcha.
They were in rare form this week. The shit I saw from people, man, it was unreal. I really don't understand why our people are this angry, are this just
so much angst,
so much just vile. It's like, yo, I'm driving a bus, man. It's a lady who gets on my bus like every day, and she's mentally challenged. Okay. I guess that's the proper term, or whatever. But she's nice, black lady. She's always talking. She speaks to everybody get on the bus. She always giving compliments. I like your shoes. I like your hat. I like you. Yeah. And for some odd reason, man, this lady just snapped on her. They're like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Don't nobody hear that. I'm just like, yo. Cool. Like, for what?
Right.
She like, oh, she's always fucking talking. I'm like, dog, she's saying hi. She said she liked your purse, even though it's whack. She said
even though it's corny as
shit.
She
said she liked your purse. Like, why are you mad at it? And I'm just like, yo, why y'all like this? And then I went down. Excuse me, I went down to the other end of the line and I came back up. The lady is screaming. I'm talking about physically screaming at me because the 3 rode past her. I'm like, this is the 54. I have nothing to do.
I got nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. She just going off. I hate all you. And I'm like, I said under my breath, I'm like, man, this city needs something. and old head behind me was like, yeah, man, this city needs some prayer. I'm like, I was thinking more along the lines of an asteroid. like something has to explode. And he was falling the fuck out. I'm like, I really don't get why people come outside and bring that anger and that attitude with them.
My child support check was late. My baby dad said he was coming at 4. The nigga didn't come till 4 days later. Yo. I guess that's what he meant by 4. Fuck everybody. I hate y'all.
Yeah, it was a mess, man. Watching people, it was insane.
I gotta pay my $18 rent today.
It's like everybody got paid. I don't understand why they give them all money and then let them all loose at the same time.
They need,
like, this shit is crazy.
What do you call it? They need to change the disbursement schedule. Like, go from like the 24th to the 4th. And just like spread it out, just to make it a little less intense on the banks.
I'm from Penrose. If don't nobody know that shit, it's like we didn't have that shit growing up. It's not a diss, but it's just some of the shit I see now, like being in the northern region.
Yeah,
is like when I first started at something. I mean, I like Allegheny and Lehigh. Check day, 1st of the month, 3rd of the month.
Lord.
I'm talking about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's still dark outside. Motherfuckers is standing at the bank. Not even whispering like, yo, they don't open till 9, chief. They standing there.
No, I gotta be first, G.
And it had me on the tip like, yo, is it like first come, first serve with the welfare shit?
Don't worry, they have more money.
I'm like, if they gave you a check, I think it's good for 60 days.
At least. It might be 180.
It's just bonkers, man, watching some of it go on. It's like, Jesus.
It's the same money if you come at 11.
Or tomorrow at 10. It's like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, the attitudes and the angerment that anger management is what needs to happen. But no, the anger and the attitude, man, that I see from people just in day to day life, yo, that I saw this week was like, why y'all this angry?
Yeah.
Like, why y'all this pissed? What, like why?
Because it's Tuesday, motherfucker.
Yo, I seen a nigga pull up. You know how people ride they bikes or walk in the crosswalk, and you can press the button to change the light to green. I seen a nigga pull up in his car and get out and go press the button. I'm like, fam,
where you going?
Like, why? Like, why is it that
going,
serious?
Fam?
Like, yo, it's crazy. Everybody's impatient.
Pulled up and pushed the button.
Pulled
I gotta
up,
go.
Hopped out and pushed the. I'm like, yo, just run that shit. Like, fuck it. If it's that serious, just run it, yo.
All the effort that it took you to stop the car, open the door, get out the car, push the button 100 times, and get back in the car, you could have just waited for the light to change.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like, I'm sure of it. Like, I'm sure that them Jones is just like, it's a placebo effect. The shit doesn't really even do anything.
That's what I said. I'm like, I've never seen nobody press the button.
And it was like, you
know
what?
The shit just go red for the traffic.
That's not how traffic works. Like,
No.
That's how accidents happen.
No.
Like, oh, we just gonna flick and change the motherfucking light. Like, this is not Hollywood, fam.
How was your week, though? You know how my week was.
My week was cool. I'm trying to think. Was it? My week was cool, man.
I'm trying to think.
It's just like my days are like literally like running together. Like I looked up and it was like it was Monday. It was July 31st and I was still in DC last week. And I was like, I need to go home. I was like, why am I still here? Like I had a hotel from Friday to Sunday, and then I went and got a whole nother hotel, and I'm like, why am I still here? I need to go home.
When we were out Phoenix for the New Faces of Comedy joint, I told you my girl had flew out.
Yeah.
So Clint, we did the show, whatever. Then Bill Bellamy had us come to his joint, and whatever. Clint left. So Clint hit me like he's in the city in Philly. So he's like, yo, where you at? And I was like, I'm downtown. Andrew, I'm still in Phoenix.
Right downtown.
So I'm like,
Phoenix.
I'm downtown. He was like, where? I'm like, I don't know the name of this fucking street. He's like, are you being silly? I'm like, no, I don't know. It's hot as shit out here. I know that. He's like, wait, where are you at? I'm like, I'm in Phoenix. He's like, why are you still there? I'm like, I don't know. The fuck?
What am I going to do back home?
I'm like, I'm here. I got the discount on the room. I'm not going nowhere. The fuck?
Yeah, so I was staying at the Lowe's. I leave the Lowe's and go over to the Courtyard. My man had the Marriott for us, whatever. Shout out to that shit. Got the room for $44.
Yo, I got the code now. All the Marriott rooms. Shout out to Clint. All the Marriott rooms I can get for a crazy discount.
I got the room.
Remember when I was the hotel guy?
Oh, dang. Was the plug.
Everybody was coming to me for hotel rooms. That was hilarious.
So I leave the Lowe's on 15th Street. I go over to the Courtyard. Me and my man, whatever. He get a room. I get a room. Check over there. He like, get a room $40 plus tax. Oh yeah, I need that. So I go over there. We go to brunch, come back, I fucking take a nap. I wake up like 8 o'clock, go to this spot called Barcode. Like, I've never been nowhere like this before in my life. Like, they have a brunch that runs from 11 to like 5. And then the day party starts from 5, like, until or whatever. So I walk in there around like 8:30. It's all right. It's a couple people in there, probably like 80, 90 people. You look up at 9:30, it's like 230 people. You're like, where the fuck all these people come from? You look up at 10:45, you can't move. Like, and the spot holds like 700 people. Like, you can't move. I walk outside, and this motherfucker's coming from like both. It's two lines. They coming from both directions. It's like 200 people right here, 200 people right here, on top of the 500 people that's inside. I'm like, yo, it's time to go. It's time to exit DC. And then naturally, we don't exit DC. We go to another club down the street and continue fucking drinking. But shout out to Wayne and Tony from DC. They gave us like crazy hospitality all weekend, like rolled out the red carpet, man. Like they showed us a ton of love, and just overall, like the event was a success. We did first, like this is the second one. I wasn't part of the first one, but this is like the second Philly to DC weekend. And basically, what I'm gonna try to do going forward, I'm gonna try to do this shit like twice a year, like a summer joint, and then like fall, winter type of joint or whatever like that, because at the end of the day, the shit is down the street. And the vibe of DC is so dope because DC has what Philly doesn't have, which is a black professional class. Mm-hmm. So if you go to majority of the spots, like 95% of the spots, you get a mixture of people that's not on no super duper aggressive shit because they got to go to work on Monday. Mm-hmm. So they not like, yo, I'm gonna shoot this shit up if a nigga step on my Birkenstocks. Like, nah, it's more so like, hey, my bad, brother. You stepped on my shoe. Can I get you a drink? Like, you know what I'm saying? So the vibe is just totally different. Like, and the shit is like super duper dope. And I was like, man, I can't leave Philly for like 2 years because I'm trying to get this business off the ground, this investment business. But
I'm trying to get the hell out of.
I might move to like the
I watched
DC
the news
area
the other day. I was on report at my job and shit. And the news on. I never watch the news because it's the saddest shit on
ever.
I watch the news and I'm listening to the stories and the goings-ons and the headlines from the previous. And I'm like, I thought all this shit was done because Jay-Z album was out. And I'm like, I guess that's worn off already. But it's like, yo, niggas is stabbing, shooting. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Thought y'all was trying to get y'all credit right.
Really? Thought y'all was loving your families and shit like that. It's like,
you know what? I'm not gonna let this thought suck my dick. I'm going home tonight. That shit lasted for 14 calendar days.
Maybe. I think 4 people got killed that night that the album came out. It's insane, man.
In Brooklyn.
And all the killing and shit, it'd be over nothing.
Always. And and a lot of what be going on, like in Philadelphia specifically, and just as hot as fucking here. Can we please get some air?
Yeah, it is a little warm.
It's a little warm. It be a lot of silly shit that's getting people killed, and they be knowing each other. Like, and that's what I be trying to like explain to people. I'm like, yo, like these don't be like, it don't be really like no senseless acts of violence that much no more. It be like, this nigga had 7 perk 10s of mine, and he ain't want to give me the money, and I killed that nigga. I was like, no, you're going to go to jail for $70.
Yo.
Like, you're going to go to jail for 27 years for $70. Like, the price of life is cheap as a motherfucker out here. Somebody a friend of mine was telling me somebody recently that he knew selling fake perk 30s got killed. I'm like, yeah, like that's what happens. Like,
wait. What's a fake perk 30?
A fake perk 30 is like these black market perk 30s, whatever. They got all of the look and all of that shit of perk 30s, but they don't get you high. It's a placebo. But they got the stamp on them and all that shit. Like, it's a whole, like, production that goes into creating these fake fucking pills. And motherfuckers will be getting, like, so you might pay $1 a pill or some shit like that. And then you go sell them to a motherfucker for $17 a pill. And he might buy 1,000 of them.
Is this all over America?
Yes.
Is it outside of America?
Philly's the worst of it. Because
is it outside of America?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
I might just gotta move to Canada.
I know, like the Northeast, like Philly's the opioid candidate of America. Like,
you think?
That's a fact. Like when you talk about heroin, the perk wave and all of that shit. When you go like per capita and all that shit, Philly got everybody fucking beat.
I remember like one of my homies like set up a deal. This isn't my homie, but a nigga I know from the shop.
Yeah.
He like set up a deal with like 2 mutual homies and told them that it was like basically like he was trying to buy pills, he was selling pills, and he like middleman the deal and didn't like alert these niggas that they knew each other, so he could basically raise the price on him and then lower the pillage that he would get on him. So at the end of the day, he got like $50 and a perk. Like and mind you, they like met at the joint, and like he was over here and he was here, and he was middleman, but then they seen each other and was like, wait a minute, is that my classmate from 6th grade? And like,
is that LeVar? Is that you?
And they figured out like what was happening, and then they both like X'd him out on the site, and then my man was like, I left him there, like I left him in West Philly, like I'm not even. Yeah, I'm like, yo, that's really a crazy lifestyle.
Yeah, man. I talk to these young guys all the time, and like, the middleman shit is like a thing. Like, motherfuckers are literally like preventing good business from happening because they want to middleman some shit.
It's weird. When I lived off that block in North Philly, I like became cool with like the young, cause I'm a young dude and they see me, and then they see me on Instagram. So like all the little young movers and shakers, they know me, but they like over there with their lifestyles, and I'm over here. So they just like, I'm driving the bus the other day and like, coming down, Allegheny, and like I pull up to the corner and I see niggas, and I open the door. I'm like, yo, what's up, cuz? I ain't seen you, man. He like, yo, what's up with you? Yo, you got any perk 30s? You know I can get some perk 30s? I'm like, no. Like, why would I know this? No. Like, no.
You know different type of niggas. You know somebody. You know a white boy, an Ambler that got some perk 30s, bro.
That perk lifestyle is crazy.
I'm glad that that Meek has been like doing his media tour and speaking out against that shit. He like, yo, He's like, I was perked out. He's like, for a good 2-3 years, I was perked out of my mind, drinking syrup and all that shit. That's some zombie shit. The shit not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers need to be on some get money shit or whatever, and not even nothing illegal.
Meek just basically like saying like my career. I almost lost my career.
Yeah,
fucking around with perks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, I was listening at the shop the other day. Motherfuckers was arguing over like the best diss tracks of all time, and like a nigga in there was like, "Yo, straight him it down." Like that back to back shit has to be like it straight stopped him. Like it stopped him dead in his tracks. Yeah. He was the hottest thing like out of the young niggas, and it stopped him.
He just did 250 and nobody cared.
And,
he went gold in a month, and then a month later nobody cared.
And he was like that shit. It to hear him come out like, yo, I was on perks during that shit. I was fucking with lean. I'm away from that bullshit. My mind clear. I ain't fucking with that shit no more. Like, you know, hopefully down the road we make amends. Me and that man can reach out. Da-da-da. He's like, I'm fucking with me, and I'm like, yo, real shit. Like, you can't do nothing but
right.
The album is good. I'm literally, and I'm pretty sure. Look, it's what I'm listening to.
Yeah,
you know that's huge. Right. Like the album is good. Yeah. So, you know, I still don't get the bus pick, but
I still don't get the bus pick. You want to recap Made in Philly?
It was crazy, yo. When it was going on, my girl was like, "Ain't this the party that the guy said he was going to get you the ticket to?" And I'm like, yeah. She's like, so what? He didn't reach out? I'm like, he did. And he was like, yo, I'm going to get you the ticket. And I was like, I'd rather have the $75. Like, get the cash. Just give me the cash. And he never hit me back.
Is it an and or thing?
Yeah. Shout out to him. He never hit me back. I'm like, I just want the cash. Like, I didn't really think I was going to go to this thing.
Yo, I didn't think I was going to have to attend. So, Deion Waiters had his annual Made in Philly dress up gala at Crystal Tea on Friday night, and this was like the biggest one by far. They had over 1,000 people there. A lot of people got left outside. I was told. I didn't go. Me and my guy Zeke was supposed to go. He was like the organizer, all of that, and unfortunately, between last show airing when we recorded and now he passed. So let's get a moment of silence for my guy real quick. But yeah,
real quick. Moment of silence for Kelly. That's my man, Just older brother. Definitely. Moment of silence for him, Penrose.
Yeah, so West Philly and Penrose lost some good ones, man, in the last 2 weeks or whatever. But yeah, so we were supposed to go to the joint or whatever. He was the organizer of it. Yo, get your motherfucking clothes. He's sending me suits and shit every day. Yo, what shoes should I get? So once my guy passed, like, all right, I'm not going. I'm gonna chalk that or whatever. That's cool. So ended up not going or whatever, but they had the biggest turnout they ever had. The day before they announced that Meek was going to be there, Meek ended up coming and doing a concert, apparently, for like an hour, and then they let a couple other people perform also, Young Kid, Poundside Pop, Fat G's, and like maybe one or two other people or whatever.
Oh, it really was like a concert?
No, it was really, they turned the shit into a concert.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they turned.
I mean, I saw the. What's funny is one of the questions we can do what we want.
We can do whatever it's our show.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
Do whatever fuck we want.
We normally do the Ask Chads at the end, but I saw a question in here.
We're gonna do Ask Chad throughout.
Yeah, throughout. Here goes a good question. How come when celebrities come in the club or the party in Philly, is it utter chaos and niggas leave no room for the girls to enjoy the party?
Yo, listen, we saw a picture collectively. 10,000. We said there's 1,000 people there. We saw 10,000 phones in the air.
Listen, niggas was zooming in, filming Meek like it was they like
I seen a
5-year-old
picture.
kindergarten
Listen,
graduation.
Right? I seen a nigga that had he was squished up against the stage. Right, he had his back turned to the drum, but he still had his live going. No, Meek here, you ain't gonna miss this shit. You know what I'm saying? Live about to be lit. Oh, because he wants to yo hop on Tavon Live, bro. Meek on that joint.
Hold on, I gotta get this.
He like nigga like this, like, but then like you zoom in on the phone screen, right, and then you see Meek on the screen, so you know he live. Like, I'm going live. You know what I'm saying? I can't move. Y'all got me pinned up against this barrier, but I'm going live.
This is tripping, man.
I'm going live, dog. And that harkens back to, there's a couple disgusting Philly moments in party history that we got to cover. Last show, we covered like some good positive moments in Philly party history. Here's a couple disgusting ones.
The Jeezy shit.
Jeezy at the Vault. Holy shit. It was probably like a good 700 people there. Somehow 14,000 phones went up in the air. Yeah. And not only that, like, for those of you that been to the vault before, it's closed now. But like they had this elevated like half moon VIP area or whatever. Jeezy came in through the side door. He went up on the VIP joint or whatever like that. You got security over here, security over here. He's in the middle, and I think Tone Trump was with him. A couple other people, whatever. So, niggas are literally just walking up to the joint. Yo, Snow, what's up, bro?
Yo,
need this pic real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was bad. Like, it was like, yo, bitches to the back. It's like niggas did the Michael Phelps swim move. Bitches to the back. I'm over here. I'm with the snowman and shit. So that was a pretty horrible one. 2 Chainz at Onyx. This is when 2 Chainz was like super duper on fire. Like his initial run, like riding around, I'm getting it, I'm different. Like that whole album cycle. Niggas was trampling the ladies at Onyx to get close to 2 Chainz.
I heard, yeah.
Move, bitch. Get the like. I thought Ludacris was there. Move, bitch.
That's crazy.
They literally.
Stevie J. I heard about that one.
Oh, Stevie J at the Mez.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Disgusting.
One. Yeah.
Disgusting. And he walking through the club with his shirt off, and niggas still like, yo, bro.
I've never been like that with like celebrities.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I like.
Like I book celebrities to events and still don't take pictures with them majority of the time.
Yeah.
I could probably have a lot more followers if I did shit like that. I'm just like, I don't care enough. Like, hey, especially if I book a celebrity and we don't make money, fuck you. Get the fuck out the club. Go home. So that shit is just wild. But yeah, a lot of phones was up in the air. A lot of prosecutor, assistant district attorney, public defender suits was jumping off.
That was funny. I saw people tripping, and then I saw people mad on the trip, and it's just like I saw people that looked real nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw
my guy Camaro Rob.
Fuck you, Rob.
Guy Camaro Rob was killing it.
Rob. The I don't know what the material is, but the jacket,
the velour blazer,
the crushed velour type thing. It was fly. Rob's a cool. He came to my crib. We had a like dope ass convo,
right.
But still,
fuck Rob.
Yeah.
Camaro, my man Camaro Rob. Wayne Ellington was my best dress for the night. Wayne Ellington was killing that shit. Who else? My guy Richie Rolex from North. He had dope gray suit on. My man PC had dope gray suit on.
Here's the thing when it comes to these formal events. I saw a couple of chicks who looked really, really good.
And I saw a couple that looked terrible.
Yeah, my thing is this. If it's a formal event, you put on a tuxedo, you put on a nice suit, whatever. You can't put on, like, forces. Or, like...
Stan Smiths.
Yeah, like, you just can't... Like, you have to put on shoes.
Yeah. Please.
You, like, those big-ass spiked...
Yo, I saw a lot of dead bottoms. Them Jones, like them Jones was not red bottoms. They was dead bottoms because you wore them Jones a bunch of times before this shit, and you was like, you know what? I'm gonna just clean mines off and I'm gonna put them on. Want nobody know the difference? We know the difference. Them Jones is leaning.
I've never really seen a pair of them I really found decent.
I've seen a few, but then
had
like,
some all black ones one time, and they were like all completely black. I was like, those look okay,
clean.
But the ones where it's like white lines and the front is pink and the back is orange, it's like, no, those is ridiculous.
They got joints that's not even the spike joints. They got joints called the picks, where it's like crushed glass, like
oh my god,
it's like shards of glass glued to the fucking shoe. And they 97 different colors. Like,
who makes these things?
Christian Louboutin.
No, I know that. I mean, like, who comes up with this shit?
Like, who's the creative director? Like, that's who we need to talk to. Like, yo, why?
Like, Carl says it all the time. Like, a lot of the shit people think is decent, they only because it costs money and like
absolutely.
Celebrity will tell them to get it. The shit be looking ridiculous. Like, those Balenciagas, they nutty to me.
Which ones?
Them ones that look like fucking walking sneaks.
Oh,
It look like old man.
You talking about the newer ones? The Triple S, with the...
It say Balenciaga real little on them, and the sole is this fucking big.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
They're like Spice Girl shoes.
I like them, Jones.
Yeah, see, you're a freak. They look like the New Balances I drive in.
No, they do.
And it's like...
I kind of like them, though.
It's crazy. Like, a lot of the shit that go on is just because it has the name on it.
Yeah.
It's like... I don't know. That suit shit, I know that at least. If you put a suit on, put some fucking shoes on.
I think I had the comment of the weekend when I said niggas' ties was longer than the OJ trial.
That was funny. It was another one I saw on Twitter. I was fucking. I can't think who the fuck. So I'd have to go look.
Yo, I literally saw somebody with a tie that was like, I remember, rest in peace, Prodigy, Mobb Deep. Yo, my chain hang down to my dick. The tie was that fucking long. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, my nigga, I can hang you with this joint, and you will not survive. You know what I'm saying?
One of the girls said that the chicks all look like majorettes. I'm like, yeah, why is everything so shiny and shimmery?
Oh, black tie? Say no more, fam. Sparkly
Get some
shit.
shit with some sparkles on it.
Sparkly shit. But now, what I will say is this: Friday night, when we was active and we was talking about it behind the scenes and shit, like it was a lot of motherfuckers look crazy. Girls specifically, the guys was looking better than the girls. The guys probably had like a 65-35 ratio of like looking decent to looking terrible. The girls was like flipped. It was like 35% of y'all look all right, the other 65 look terrible. Saturday, when I woke up from my coma, I saw a lot more girls that looked good, classy, you know what I'm saying, that understood like the appropriateness of like a gala / black tie affair dress, and a lot of them like looked way better than the garbage that I was seeing Friday.
Yeah, I didn't see that much. I mean, granted, I guess that's just my timeline. I didn't see that much garbage. The shit I saw looked pretty decent for the most part. I didn't see nothing that was really, really outrageous till I, group chats and shit started going off, and I seen some shit. But other than that, it's like I thought for the most part people looked pretty good.
Important thing is everybody made an attempt to clean up for the night.
I don't like the fact that people didn't get in.
Yeah,
I don't like that
I don't
at
dig
all.
that.
Because you got people that are paying money, and they were saying it like, oh, it's like a give back thing, but it's like, no, they're selling tickets.
No, they're selling tickets.
$40 and $70 and $100 tickets.
Every promoter in the city is selling tickets, with the exception of me, and making money off of this event. So somebody's getting paid. You know what I'm saying? There's money exchanging hands. Now, what I will say, if you want to make it a real give back and you want to clean the event up, here's all you got to do. Make it a free event. Open bar, all that shit. Give Tyler, but whoever in charge of the party, give him a $50,000 budget. Hey, this what the fuck we doing? We gonna do free. We gonna do free liquor here. I'm saying free open bar, whatever. Get a liquor sponsor. We gonna do free X amount of bottles for people that know personal people that know us. But it's invite only. You gotta know somebody directly involved in the event to get in. And if you're not dressed right, we turning you away. It fixes the event instantly. Like, you do 1 year like that, and then you can go back to your regular format. Motherfuckers is going to get it together because around May, they going to start looking for their shit. Like, oh, I can't be wearing no bullshit. I ain't going to get into Dion. That's how it is in other cities. Like, either you can get in or you can't get in. And it ain't no amount of money that you can pay to get in with a jersey or a Dickie suit or a fucking chopper suit or whatever the fuck you got on. Like, you do it that way, you do 1 or 2 years that way, I guarantee you everybody will come looking the fuck right.
We was in
because they're going to want to get in.
We was in Miami, and I told Mo was like, why you bring jeans? And I was like, wear them when we go to the club. He was like, jeans, nigga? He's like, put on like some shorts. I'm like, can't wear shorts.
Can't wear shorts
in
in
Miami.
club.
He was like, bullshit. I'm like, no, I'm positive. This is when it was his first time down there. I'm like, no, I'm positive. You can't wear jeans in the club.
But that's anywhere in America.
This nigga was like, I just watched a video. Lil Wayne was in Live with shorts on. I'm like,
you're not Lil Wayne.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Lil Wayne's
How many
worth
Carters have I drunk? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I just seen a video.
Yo.
You gonna fucking reference one of the 4 biggest rappers of all time.
I'm like, yeah, because I'm about to drop another drought. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, of course, Lil Wayne. It's Lil Wayne.
Absolutely. He getting in anywhere. Also seen Lil Wayne at the club with pajamas on before. The fuck? You think
Michael Jackson wore pajamas to court with a Captain Crunch jacket. Nigga, you try that shit, they're going to book you for contempt.
I was running late. Tired. You know, say had a long night. I'm saying the monkeys wouldn't go to bed last night. Fucking Bubbles wouldn't lay down and shit. You know what I'm saying? I just had
fucking giraffes wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Listen, I done gave motherfuckers arugula, spring mix, all type of shit. They would not go to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. What do y'all want, man? Do your best. Do your best, you're honorable.
I finally get to sleep fucking rhinoceros making noise 3 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, you try getting rest with a whole motherfucking petting zoo in the backyard. You tell me you gonna have your sleep number correct.
The monkeys wouldn't go to sleep.
Motherfucker. Lil Wayne had shorts on at Live. You fucking right he had shorts on.
Like Wayne fucker, he's performing. Of course he has shorts on. Funny as shit, bro.
One of the best times I ever been to Live is closed for the summer. For those of you out there that don't know, Live is closed for the summer. They doing like a $10 million renovation and they trying to like get their lease right or whatever, figure out what the fuck they gonna do. In the meantime, if you're in Miami, go to Aura on Sundays. My man Javier got that shit on Smash in there, varsity league. So they one of the best times I ever been to Live. 2 Chainz's birthday party at Live. This motherfucker had like a 90-minute concert. Him, Lil Wayne, Travis Porter, the kid Schoolie that was signed to him, and Bankroll Fresh. Rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh. That shit was dope as fuck, man. And like Lil Wayne like literally walked past me. I was like, it's Lil Wayne. Nigga walked right. They cleared somebody was sitting in the section. They was like, no, you gotta get the fuck up. Clear the section out. He was standing, him, Mac Main, like a couple other people, whatever was with him. Nigga was just in the crowd, just fucking chilling. I'm like, it's really his city. Do whatever the fuck he want.
Yeah. They adopted him. I don't know anything else for the Made in Philly situation.
Nah. All right, we got a bunch of different ways we can go here. We did our Made in Philly recap, right? All right, we got a lot of different ways we can go here. So,
Amber Rose said y'all ugly. we never even got to that.
We didn't listen. That literally broke again. That literally broke like right after we dropped these fucking episodes. Like a lot transpired in the last 2 weeks.
It happened. We dropped the Talib joint on like Wednesday. It happened like night, yeah. Friday morning. I think it was that Drink Champ shit.
Amber Rose said y'all hit. I tend to agree. There was a study back in what was that 2000?
It was we were the ugliest for like 13, 14, and 15, and then like 16
we got down to number 4.
Yeah, somebody moved here, and we went to like 4th.
We got down to number 4
city in the country.
And what she was saying was, and I think she was misquoted, but you know, people don't watch full videos; they watch segmented clips and shit like that. So people will let 30 seconds of a 2.5-hour interview of Drink Champs fucking convince them as to what, you know, somebody's true intention was or whatever. And Philly went off. Oh, you hit this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And they putting up pictures of her when she was 11 versus pictures of them when they was 28. And it's like, sis, like, if you put up
they definitely was digging up her 3rd grade pictures.
If you post you put your picture up from that background and see how hit you was compared to how hit she was.
Mind you, this is a 10-year-old. This is child pornography if you're looking at it in that way.
Exactly. So if you post your picture with the sparkle background next to her picture with the sparkle background, you still more hit. You know what I'm saying? At no point in life is there a point where the majority of y'all are less hit than are less hit than Amber Rose.
I saw people on Instagram going. I mean, like
they were going batshit.
I'm like, and I'm ugly. I know these things.
I am too, and I'm happy with it.
I watched ugly people go crazy.
Ever the ugly.
And it was like, no.
No, yeah.
No.
Yes, the ugly.
This is true.
This is facts.
And like I seen motherfuckers like trying to get like, you know, likes and shit like, oh, trust me, it's tons of bad chicks out here.
Yo, I saw way too many of them caping Jones.
I'm like, yo, listen. I don't do it anymore because God, he just has better for me. At one point, I drove the last 54. The freaks come out at night. I'm talking about 11, 12 o'clock down there. Man, listen. It's like, yeah, it like, I didn't understand the whole people see me, they think I'm from somewhere else shit. It's like,
but that's some old school shit. Like a nigga like see a chick and be like, you ain't from Philly, you from Cal. Like that was like you remember that shit? Yeah. Like you be like 15, you be
those
like
gallery days.
Yeah, like you ain't from here. You from Minnesota.
And she like, no, I'm from the 1800 block of Oakdale Street. You like, oh shit.
Oh damn. You gonna be easy. So I mean everybody got mad at Amber Rose, but I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, go to the first Ludacris video we ever seen her in. Go to the different VMA awards and all that shit that we seen her at. Get the fuck out of here, y'all better than Amber Rose. Eat a dick. You're lying.
I said, what we not gonna do is act like Amber Rose ain't bad.
That's what we're not gonna
do that.
We're like, y'all was tripping for like a good 4 days. Like, oh, she smokes cigarettes. You don't smoke cigarettes. You still hit. Yeah. And here's the thing. Amber Rose is a professional fucking troll on social media. She pretends that she's not trolling y'all. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. And in her world, the name of the game is fame and attention. So the more y'all talk about her, good, bad, or ugly, she's still winning. Because when you go on them fucking Alexa searches and all that shit, and her name is like in the top 5 and all that shit, because y'all keep fucking dissing her, she wins. Yeah. Because somebody out there is going to say, hey, let me give Amber Rose some fucking money to do such. She got fucking like 2 TV shows about to come out. Like, that shit just doesn't.
Wasn't she hosting a TV show?
She was hosting a TV show. She had like a joint on.
I think it was on BET.
It wasn't BET. It was some because Tyrese
VH1.
and Rev Run had a show the same time.
I think it was VH1.
Yeah, and I think they bringing back Love Line with her as one of the hosts, and she got like another show whatever coming out, and she been on fucking Hip Hop Squares and all that shit since it initially started.
She does that slut walk shit. That's pretty dumb.
Yeah, but another point. This is why y'all can't try to legitimize when people like her do bullshit like a slut walk, because then it comes back to bite you in the ass. I don't legitimize her slut walk because when I see it, I'm like, that's some dumbass shit.
It doesn't make sense. It's like people literally go outside and just be like, I'ma just fall for any fucking okey doke that comes in front of me. It's like
whatever's clever.
Their whole thing is, just because I dress like a slut doesn't mean I'm a slut.
Kinda.
Yeah, the fuck it does.
Kinda does.
I dress like a bus driver. You're gonna walk up on me and ask me, is the fucking 17 still running?
Dave Chappelle has an excellent joke from Killing Me Softly, when he was like he's like just because I am dressed like this does not make me a whore. He says, ma'am. So it was like, he made a whole thing about being dressing like a police officer. It's like, if I walk down the street dressed as a police officer and you come up to me and you're like, oh my God, thank God I found you. This guy's trying to rape me. It's like, ma'am, just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer. Like, no, yeah, maybe it doesn't, but you're wearing a police officer's uniform. Yeah, you might not be a whore, but you got a whore's uniform on. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know what you want from me.
I told you, I saw a chick walking in the Del Frisco's the other night. I'm like, you gotta be a hooker. There's no way.
If not, you're sending mixed messages.
Like I was saying to my homie, I'm like, I can't wait to have a daughter so I can tell her, like, listen, you can meet nice boys and you don't have to have your nipples showing through your shirt.
It's a fact.
It's possible. My mom did it. Like, it's possible. It's like, yo, this shorty walked into Del Frisco. I'm talking about her whole titties was out. And the bottom half of her ass was hanging out the dress. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Like, it's like, I'm happy to see it, but I'm afraid for you at the same time.
It's like, yo, because you'll be the one that if somebody walk up on you or say something, you like, what? And be ready to fight. And it's just like,
now your titties out. You ready to fight? Now they really out.
Now they out.
Now they out.
And it's just like, yo, you can look nice. I see people on my Instagram. It's crazy. Like, you scroll your page, there are people I see every day who look nice as shit. They go out for the weekend. Absolutely. They look nice. Then there are people I follow that look whorish, and I follow them because it's like, yo, you look whorish. I like the picture. Right. But it's like, you got to understand what you're doing when you do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying something should happen to you, no crazy shit like that. And I feel like motherfuckers that do crazy shit like that, they need to be eradicated. But for what? Like, right. You want that attention. So when you get that attention,
it's going to be an aggressive measure of attention.
Exactly.
When it comes to you. There's a whole social media movement of the, would you let your girl go outside dressed like da-da-da-da-da? Like, you see them posts all the time and shit, and it's like, no matter what answer you give, it's like a feminist trying to trick you into, like, saying some sexist shit or whatever like that. And I'm like, well, I'll be misogynistic, sexist, all the above, because any woman that want to be with me not going to think it's appropriate to dress in that manner.
I mean, you can wear it. You can do whatever you want. But understand that when the club hits your knee like Tanya Harding, it's like you brought that on yourself. Like, yeah, you can put that shit on and do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want. Like, yeah, she can wear it in the confines of this house. Yeah, absolutely, wear whatever the fuck you want. In here, you ain't going to wear it outside. You tripping.
I just feel like certain people, at least some women I know, they don't even want that. Like, why do you want that attention? That's the part that kind of tripped me out with the whole slut thing. Like, why do you know this is called the slut walk for a reason, right? You know this because the key word here is slut.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you want that attention?
No, but we walking though.
Oh no, because we can do that and it shouldn't be. No,
but y'all sluts walking. That's what makes it different.
Y'all sluts walking.
That's what makes it different.
Usher's on like lawsuit number 18 now.
Yeah, Usher tripping, man. Usher apparently has known that he's had herpes for several years now. And he just out here still like raw dicking everything moving, including a man apparently.
I don't believe it. Motherfuckers just come from left field with all kinds of silly shit.
I got a feeling that this is going to turn into like the Bill Cosby shit. To where it's going to be like accuser number 67 comes forward. Because the whole thing is.
I mean, it's Usher.
Once Famous uploaded that fucking check and showed that he paid the $1.1 million, it's open season. Anybody that fucking like play basketball with the nigga is like, oh no, he got basketball sweat on me. I might have herpes. I don't know. I gotta get checked, but I need $300,000 before I go get checked. Like it's just gonna be like a continual joint. Like every week they coming out like two to four at a time. Like they popping up like, yo, I think Usher gave me something back in like 1974. Like every week it's a new fucking accuser, man. Like this shit is bad.
I honestly, I was telling my homie last week, I know this is going to sound bad, yo, but I'm really cool with, like, the legends. When they get to legendary status, just dying. Like...
it can only go bad from there.
It only can go down. Like, and that's the one joint with, like, Biggie and Pac. It's sad that they left. Even Pun, too. Eazy-E, too.
Yeah.
It's sad that they left and they gone, so you're not going to get anything else from them. But... they legacies they're just up there forever.
Like Eazy-E didn't live long enough for us to see him doing like a Roto-Rooter commercial. Or Biggie selling vacuum cleaners.
It just some of the shit you see from these. Like think about R. Kelly. Think about Usher. Who else had a ridiculous ass week this past week?
I mean Bobby Valentino's not a legend, but
yeah, no, Bobby's not a legend. Somebody asked me the other day, is Slow Down still like a classic? And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, he was calling a man, but it's still a classic.
They played it the other day on the radio, and they played the one with Nas on the remix, trying to make it seem more tough. I was like, y'all funny as shit.
You know what's totally out of line and disgusting now? Mrs. Officer. That's just like, that song.
Why is that?
There's so many jokes that can be made.
Oh, you talking about the lyrics?
The lyrics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because he was with trannies, which is technically a missus, but it's like it's not. It's like a missus with a surprise. It's like I can't listen to that record no more. He ruined a classic song.
Yeah, I mean,
the worst part of the Bobby Valentino shit is, did you watch that DJ Academics video I sent you?
I can only take academics in small doses.
Go mute the video and then just like
I watched like a minute of it. Him talking is just
he's over under on academics getting punched in the face.
Over under?
The over under. How much longer before somebody punches academics in the face?
Where they gonna punch him in the face at?
That's a good question.
Like Vic Mensa was acting like he was gonna do it.
Nah, Vic Mensa wasn't gonna do nothing.
I agree, but
Vic Mensa, he's a dope ass rapper, very dope rapper. I like his album a lot. Vic Mensa wears eyeliner. He's not punching nobody in the face.
What?
He's like, that's like Morris Day shit.
I don't know. Of the video, I watched like a minute of it.
The funniest, most horrible part of the video is, number one, there's multiple videos of him with these trannies. That's number one. And number two, the fact that he's walking around the crib with a black wife beater on and his underwear, like he just knew it was going down. Like I'm in here. Like fuck it, what's
black
up?
Wife beater is criminal shit.
That's like straight sexual deviant attire.
Yeah,
like
black wife beater is definitely criminal shit.
With fucking crew socks on, just walking around the crib like, yeah, what's up?
Was it? I think it was Ack on that video. He was like, when you're getting exposed and these people are holding the camera up and you're like briskly jogging away, it's like that doesn't. You gotta run like Boom Gang off Instagram. Boom Gang, real gang shit, whole lot gang shit. Don't talk about brick. That was funny as shit. I think that was Zach on that video.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, man. But yeah, no. Back to the legends. Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. It's like it's a gift and a curse.
Like now, this is like gonna be Usher's like defining shit.
Yeah,
like Michael Jackson.
Fuck
still
the fact that he
all
sold
that shit.
Fuck the fact that he sold 30 million with Confessions. Fuck the fact that he signed Justin Bieber. Like fuck all of that shit. Nah, nigga, you got herpes.
Yeah. R. Kelly.
You got Nestle Crunch dick.
Michael Jackson is just like, damn, like Mike. Think if Mike just would have died like right after the first trial. You know what I mean? Because that kind of just got swept up. But after the second John, and then you watched him completely like go nuts, and it was like
down and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
It's like, all right, man, what the fuck? Like, and it's just kind of messed up because it's like our celebrities, they already go through enough because they black,
right?
But then they bring the bullshit on themselves at the end,
right?
And it's like, for what?
But that's why I'm totally against anybody having an issue with LeBron because he never gets in trouble.
He never does anything.
He just fucking family man, love his wife. You never heard him in no groupie scandals. Every time he ever been fucking photographed or video with some groupies near him, he passing the groupie off to somebody else. Like, the nigga just does the right shit at all times because he knows that the world is watching and he understands that his purpose is bigger than just LeBron. And he goes out and fucking executes every single day with that intention in mind that's like, this shit bigger than me. I got a bigger purpose. I got to help these kids. I got to fucking help my community. I got to be a positive example for black people everywhere. I'm not getting caught up in no bullshit, fucking no fucking white bitch from Omaha because I'm horny. Like, nah, fuck that. I got too much on the line.
Like, these weird ass, like, R. Kelly got past peeing on the kid.
That ain't enough.
No.
that ain't enough.
I like you bitches. I'm going to put y'all on an efficiency in the West Wing of the mansion. It's like, for what? It just don't even make sense, man. So it's a damn shame to see Usher at the end going through all this bullshit. Like you just said, like he didn't drop Confessions. As if Confessions didn't happen.
30 million sold, man, and nobody.
Wasn't that about like the whole shit with him having a baby and all?
That was about Jermaine Dupri.
Oh, it wasn't about his.
Jermaine Dupri,
but he did cheat on the chick and had a, right?
That was later down the line.
Later, okay.
But the whole initial onset of it was really about Jermaine Dupri because he was the primary writer and producer on that album, and he was like, the shit was like, was about me or whatever. It's just like every time I was in LA, I was with my ex-girlfriend, like shit like that, and all the escapades that he was having, and then Usher was the right vessel to blow the shit up. Fucking sold 30 million.
Yeah.
A lot of careers got created off of that album.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fucking Rico Love, first record ever was Throwback. This was it, the second track on the album.
That shit like solidified Lil Jon as like producer of that little decade.
Yeah.
Like, he already had every rap smash at the moment, Freak a Leak and everything else. When he did it was like, oh my God, like Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine what them checks are like every quarter? I'm sure that record gets picked up for various like random shit in like Germany
and Lovers and Friends. Nasty.
And then Khaled just remade Lovers and Friends. Yeah. So that's another check for Lil Jon. And I think Lil Jon is running the EDM circuit as a DJ.
I thought Khaled's album was going to be a little bit better than what it was. Not that good. Yeah, it really wasn't.
Because the whole thing is, it's like, once you get past the 5 dope singles that you threw at us, it's no substance on the album other than that Pusha T record. Like, that's the best record on there, hands down. But the rest of the shit is just like, nah, we heard this before. Khaled's album's not that good. All right, real quick. The other day, last night, I think, I don't know. My days are running together. My man Ish, happy birthday to my man Ish. He is a supporter of the show. Follow him on Twitter at Realest Ish Ever. He asked me, was Bulletproof by Young Dolph a top 5 album of the year?
And then Chad asked me, was Bulletproof top 5 album
and you was
of the
like,
year?
what?
And I said, I don't even know what that is.
My reaction was, hell no. Matt's reaction was, what is that? So, best albums of the year so far, we're first week of August. What do you got as the best, I don't know, 5 to 8 albums so far?
I don't have anything written down.
Okay.
I didn't even expect this.
Just freestyle. This is on the spot, impromptu.
Are we talking rap or anything?
Anything. Whatever moves you this particular year. Albums, though, not like mixtapes and shit.
Okay. Rick Ross.
Absolutely.
Damn. I really enjoyed More Life. I really, really liked More Life. Bruno Mars was last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not that. What else came out this year that I really, really liked? Not a lot. Meek. I really, really like this wins and losses shit. What the fuck else happened this year? Oh, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. That's really good. I really like that.
I forgot about that one.
Migos. That was last year.
No, that was January.
It was January. Yeah. We good.
But that's how far along in the year we are that Migos is like, yo, what the fuck?
So Migos, Culture, Pretty Girls Like Trap Music, More Life, Damn. What's the name of Rick Ross shit?
Rather You
Than Me, Wins or Losses. I haven't heard any real good R&B like that stands out to me.
Yeah.
Like I still listen to Bruno shit like on occasion. The what else have I recently downloaded? Let me look real quick. I don't really like the album, but Unforgettable. I'm gonna put that as an album. That song. That one song.
That's the
is
biggest.
As good as some album.
That's the biggest and best song of the year. Like it's like Bad and Bougie was the best song of 2016. Unforgettable is the best song of 2017, and I don't see nobody coming out with a record better than that.
Yeah, no, because Future's albums was last year. Hendrix and all that.
No, that was this year, March.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then which one is the one I really like? Hendrix.
I really like Future.
I really like Hendrix.
All right.
So, yeah, I'll do Hendrix, Unforgettable as an album, Rather You Than Me, More Life, Damn, Wins and Losses, Culture, and Pretty Girls Like Trap Music.
All right, what I had was Ross, Kendrick, SZA Control album. I'm in love with that album. I keep playing it.
Now break this down. Is it whole music or?
It's not really whole music. It's more so a woman documenting her experiences in dating and relationships and fully owning every part of it. Like, it's talking about her being the main chick, her being a side chick in another relationship, her fucking one of her boyfriend's friends because she got tipped off that he was out in Vegas fucking bitches on, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's an album of experiences. And her on the Breakfast Club, her interview, she talked about like, these are all like real experiences. Like, they all happen. And I'm particularly appreciative of it because in a lot of scenarios, you see women that do shit that are unbecoming of quote unquote like a woman, like shit that a woman shouldn't do. Sleeping around, fucking with a lot of different guys, being kind of like a nigga, so to speak.
Slut walking.
Yeah, slut walking through their life. But when confronted with it, they can't own the experience. I'm particularly appreciative of SZA owning her experience and saying, hey, this is everything that made me to who I am now. I've learned from this experience. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. But it happened. What the fuck you going to do? You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like, you having like video footage of your girl getting pounded out by a fucking third string sixer, and she like, nah, that's not me. Like, bitch, I can see you. Like, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got finished watching Ozark with Jason Bateman on Netflix. That shit is dope as fuck. I finished it, and like, he's got footage of his wife getting fucked by her lover, and he eventually had sex with his wife again. They wasn't dealing with each other. They had sex again. And he pulled the same move that her lover pulled in the video. And she's like, why would you think I would like that? And he's like, because the guy was fucking you from the back and smacked your ass. That's why I thought you would like that. So that's what I'm talking about, like with women not owning their bullshit and fully acknowledging like, yo, you kind of fucked up like how I'm kind of fucked up, but like, it's okay, but don't lie about it. So the fact that SZA's so honest about it, it makes
What song was that where Drake said that? The joint with Rihanna. Off Take Care. I've asked about you and I've heard some things. It's called Take Care.
Yeah, Take Care. That fantastic record.
It was one of the best records they ever did. Yeah.
So it's like,
I'm gonna check this SZA shit out. My girl plays it.
This shit is good.
And I see everybody else playing it.
It's good, man.
A lot of hoes I see playing it.
It's good.
Well, alleged hoes.
Alleged hoes. But it's like it's everything. It's like songs about love. It's songs about being a side chick. It's songs about doing hoe shit. Like, it's songs about like just being a woman, period.
Was Cranes in the Sky this year?
Last year.
Okay,
that's amazing.
I was about to say that's not bad. I haven't heard it, but I don't know if anything's better than that. Cranes in the Sky was good.
So Ross, Kendrick, SZA, Culture, Meek, More Life, I liked Future and Hendrix. I like Future a little bit more, is more aggressive, and Thugger Girls by Young Thug.
I didn't really get into Thugger
I love that shit.
I don't think it's better than Pretty Girls Like Trap.
No, it's not better. But I just, for whatever reason, when you making these fucking lists or whatever, you forget something that, like, in the beginning of the year, when they was, like, around, like, April, March, people asked me what are my best albums, and I kept forgetting Ross. And I'm like, how the fuck do I keep forgetting Ross? Because Ross always got good product out, so it's, like, easy for me to, like, forget him, so to speak, or whatever. But Pretty Girls Like Trap Music might be the best shit out of all this shit.
It's not better than Damn.
Well, you're absolutely right.
It's not better than Damn, and it's not better than More Life. I know people didn't like More Life. I personally think
I like More Life a lot.
I was listening to Lose You the other day. I played it like 30 times back then. I'm just like, damn,
Drake has monster records on there that he's just not supporting.
Drake really is just like, I'm Drake. I'm hosting awards. I'm not pushing no album. I'm not doing no videos. Holla back. Y'all gonna get that shit regardless. I already broke all the records. I really don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. But that More Life is really, really, really good. So, yeah. But we pretty much in the same ballpark with albums. I'm gonna check that SZA shit out. I really didn't like Khaled John. Did you see Uzi Vert just went like double platinum with the XO tour.
Yeah. And Bad and Bougie is now 4 times. Was it 4 or 5? Holy shit.
It was 4 months ago.
Yeah. So Bad and Bougie is 5. The Weeknd song The Hills just went 9 times platinum.
What's crazy to me though is how French, because I was saying it to who the fuck was I talking to the other day about it? Was it Ra? I think it was Ra. Might have been Ra. It's either Ra or it was Ra. The French will drop a song that will go crazy, but then the album come out and it doesn't do well.
Yeah,
and I don't understand that. Like, why does that happen?
Well,
figure his first album he had bangers.
I was listening to his first album the other day.
He had the joint with Nicki. He had the street joint.
He had.
Ain't worry about nothing. That shit.
Yeah, he had the Trap House joint with Birdman and Rick Ross.
The big song that shit went like double platinum. Yeah. With Drake and Wayne. Pop That.
Pop That is probably one of the biggest singles for a rapper out of the last like 8 years.
But then the album comes out, it does 40,000.
Right.
And then you come to this album, Unforgettable is like 2 times platinum now.
Yeah.
It's the biggest.
And it's like number 1 in like
every
80
fucking
markets.
Country. Yeah. But the album comes out, it does 56,000. It's like, I don't understand where that break, that disconnect.
I think that there's just probably a perception of French Montana as not making good albums, so people just aren't excited when he puts albums out.
What's the first joint?
Excuse My
French was real good.
Right.
I thought it was a good ass
But
album.
I think it's like a perception thing. Like people just
have it just came off Mac and Cheese 3, which was real good. So
yeah, I think people just have it in their mind that like, oh, French Montana, whatever. And they just, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason they don't support his albums. But French Montana is like a modern day kind of like Fat Joe, where it's like he always got a hot ass major crazy record out somewhere. And this is a defining record for his career to this point. Like he's had good records before. Pop That, the Joan Wale, all them other records and all that shit. This is a defining, like, motherfucking artists cut their arm off to have this fucking record. Mm-hmm. That's how big this record is.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch the new episode. You want to talk about our struggle? I'm gonna watch it when I go home. You want to talk about our struggles and issues with power and how it's us versus the world. That's how this shit
but people are slowly turning around.
People are turning the corner with us.
All right, where me and Matt are with power is this. We've been at this point since like episode 2 of this season.
Real quick before we go into this, I just now peeped this. I got ESPN on the screen here in the studio. This shit says NBA Africa becomes learning ground for young players, and then they have Porzingis and Dirk Nowitzki, 2 white men standing there. That's fucking
2 white foreigners
for NBA Africa. That's crazy. But yeah, go ahead. My fault. I just happened to look up and see that.
So, where me and Matt have been since about episode 2 of this current season with Power is that
I was kind of there last season.
We hate it.
The way 3 ended, I was just like...
We hate it, but we're too invested and too far in to stop watching it. So we're going to just complain our way through the rest of the season. So, for those of you that saw last week's episode,
it was the one with Mir and Steph, when we was really talking about power. Oh, you're talking about the episode?
I'm talking about the actual episode of Power.
I thought you were talking about the podcast.
Yeah, no. The one that aired the last time we were here recording a show. What the fuck happened in that show?
Was that the one with Ghost and
the one with Ghost and Kanan together? Yeah. Ghost and Kanan were bosom buddies for 22 minutes of the last episode of the show. and it motivated by money and his disgust for Jukebox, Kanan turned on her and killed her to free Tariq and let him go.
Yeah.
But somehow, when you fast forward to this current episode, Tariq's still a fucking young dickhead. Like,
yeah, see, I ain't watching you.
Like,
what's Kanan's last name?
I don't even.
Because he told Tariq, I'm Kanan, whatever fuck my name is. I'm a piece of shit.
A piece of shit.
I killed my own son. Go home with your daddy.
Yeah.
It was just so weird. Like, they running around robbing stash houses.
Robbing Tommy's stash house.
Tommy's stash house.
And the fact that Tommy's the fucking supplier for the New York City market, and he got like 3 like bum ass niggas like man in the stash house. Like, how are y'all getting snuck up on by Kanan and Ghost? Yeah. A dead man and a nigga that was just in jail. How are y'all getting snuck up on by those?
Ghost literally left the jail and like went to the club and then robbed the stash house.
All in one episode.
Like, it's crazy, man.
They still haven't resolved the Homeland Security agent getting killed. The only good thing about last episode was Angela wasn't in it.
Yeah, she damn sure wasn't.
There's no Angela Valdez in the last episode. And it's just like, I just don't get where this is going. And the most frustrating part of the show is that if you watch the recaps at the end of the episodes, Courtney Kemp is legit so excited about this bullshit.
What fucked me up is her sitting there trying to make sense of what just happened. And you like, no, bitch, I saw it.
No, I saw it. It don't make no sense, though.
That was the tweet. It was you. You was like about Made in Philly when people was going like, oh, y'all hating or whatever. And you was like, sometimes it's not hating. Sometimes people have eyes and they work. Yeah. Like, but no, it's like, yo, we can watch this shit.
I can see it. I can see you.
I know what just happened. You don't have to break that down. Mind you, this show doesn't have enough layers for you to sit. And that's the part that fucks me up when, like, I see people going at it on comments and they're trying to, like, well, what if this? And I'm like, no, it's not that. This ain't that. This y'all trying to take this to like Breaking Bad or the way. This ain't that.
Yeah, it ain't.
It's just not that deep. It doesn't have enough layers for it to go beneath the surface.
I literally think, and I said this on Twitter during the week, I think Courtney Kemp is freestyling this shit.
It seemed like it at times.
I think she's figuring it out week to week. Like, oh, people like this, people didn't like this. Well, we're gonna do less of this. We're gonna do. It's like whatever the fucking people react to or whatever on these message boards and shit. She's like, all right, write that into the episode. And I know this shit was recorded months ago, but she must have like some focus groups or something that watched the show and like on a week to week basis and like told her some shit. And she just, the writing is so bad, man. Yeah. It's so bad. And she's so excited about it, like legitimately excited.
Yeah, I watch it and it goes off. And then she comes on with the whole spoiler alert. And she's talking about it and it's like, nah. Like,
didn't Ghost kill Charlie Murphy that episode? Was that the episode before?
No, that was last episode.
So all of this shit happened in one episode. Ghost killed Charlie Murphy. He got out of jail, robbing fucking stash. Kanan don't kill him. He talks Kanan into taking him to Jukebox and getting his son back because now Kanan had a change of heart. Kanan runs off with the money. We don't know where Kanan is. Tommy goes to Ohio on his way back from Chicago, kills Holly's uncle who used to rape her when she was a little girl.
Yeah, that was strange.
Julio's dead, who's the New York distro. And Dre's still alive.
Can I read something that our good friend from the show here, Rob wrote this on Facebook because White Mike had made a post. Like, why do y'all find such a problem with the writing and power? And people were going off, telling them to shut the fuck up and everything else. And our good friend at the show here, Rob, wrote this, and I actually posted in my story. It eloquently puts how we think. It jumped the shark last season, and now it somehow finds new ways to jump the shark in stupidity, piss poor logic in every single episode. They spend half the season on the fallout from killing a federal agent and the negative effects that can come from it. And in back-to-back episodes, 2 main characters, one kills a Homeland Security agent and the other kills a correctional officer and then walks out of jail without any punishment. The writing is piss poor, and I feel dumber for watching this shit. Last night was just it was a complete head scratcher of absurdity. None of the characters have consistent qualities. They all just fuck each other over for the sake of shock value. They aren't loyal to anyone. They aren't even loyal to themselves and their own motivations. And somehow I still feel like I need to watch this goofy shit because I've invested 3.5 seasons. Sad face. I was like, yo, I couldn't put it any better.
It's perfect.
Like, that's exactly how I feel.
It jumped the shark last season and continues to find new ways to jump the shark. That's the most accurate statement that you can make about the show. It's bad, and it keeps getting better. But yet and still, here we are.
You
week
watch
after
it
week.
Because you're invested to this shit.
Yo, not to give away this week's episode because I know you didn't watch it. The first thing Tariq says when he gets home is,
I saw him.
You lied about Sean.
Yeah.
You still on Sean Dick? Sean been dead for a whole season.
Yeah.
Why are you still talking about Sean?
Yeah, the spoilers, I had to unfollow some more people today. They were killing me.
Yo, it was like 12:26 motherfuckers is tweeting spoilers already. I'm like, yo, the shit not you couldn't even watch the whole episode yet. What's wrong with you?
Stupid Irvins. Yo.
The show is like 54 minutes. There's no way you watch the shit in 26 minutes, fam.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Yeah, me and my girl watch it when I go home. I mean, I feel like like I told you, I like the people who are in the show.
Yeah.
But I just feel like being as though I've watched good shows in my life. I've been blessed. With, like, I'm not trying to be funny.
With
like
great shows that make sense. Speaking of which, Ray Donovan comes back tonight.
Yeah, I heard about that. I see. This isn't a diss. The people I see saying, "Oh, Power on some shit, Power lit." Why they saying Power ass, Power dope? I'm like, you're not my smartest followers. You're not like I know who you are, and I understand where you at
right.
because I understand that for some people mental stimulation just isn't a thing.
Right.
There are some people I know people who literally don't read anything.
Yeah.
Then I know people who read 2 to 3 books a month because they need that mental.
Yeah.
You know.
They feel dumb without it.
Exactly. There are some people that are just like that. And me, I always was a TV person, especially good series. Like I'm talking about The Wire, Breaking Bad. Like I told you before, even New York Undercover, just going back to like older shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just has to be written in a manner that 1, makes sense. 2, the characters are accountable. Like if you watch The Wire, and I told you I hate to keep going back to it, but The Wire, Weebay he didn't even kill her. He shot a cop. Weebay was in jail for the rest of The Wire.
Right. You're done.
You're done. You shot a cop. You don't kill cops and then just, be on Facebook and Twitter. Like, this shit just don't happen like that.
You don't shoot a cop then go to Sid Booker's and get 24 shrimp.
No.
4 episodes later.
No. They were trying to find out who Avon was. Avon was doing all that shit, changing up the pagers, ripping out the motherfucking payphones, all that shit. They finally got him. Avon was in jail for the end of season 1, all of season 2, got out for 3, violated,
got
boom,
right
you
back
the fuck in there for the rest of the fucking Wire.
And the show was initially built around him.
Avon. And the writing was so good that it's like Avon can go to jail. Now we can focus on Stringer,
Yeah.
Bodie, and fucking Poot. Then that shit falls apart. Then here comes the fuck Marlo. The shit made sense because it had real live layers.
Because you don't sacrifice the story for characters.
Boom.
The same thing with Game of Thrones. All these fucking main characters, Ned Stark, fucking Rob the young the Wolf King, and all that motherfucking King Joffrey. His brother committed suicide last season. Like, you don't sacrifice the story for characters because, as they say, the game doesn't change, the players do. That's just a fucking motivation of life, period. Fuck urban, white, whatever. You got to stick to the script. And that's the problem with Power. It's like, once they get a certain reaction from a certain portion of the audience on one particular thing, then it's like, oh, we can't sacrifice Ghost. Like, no, Ghost does something every episode that should get him dead or in jail.
Like, I remember watching season 3. I watched The Wire every goddamn Sunday. I remember watching it live. And I remember saying to my homie, Stringer gonna get killed tonight. He was like, no, they can't take Stringer. I'm like, Stringer dead meat.
Stringer dead like
that
a
nigga toast. Yeah. You tripping.
Stringer got Omar and Brother Muzone looking for him.
Right, and then sure enough, when they caught him in that fucking the house they was fixing up, it's like, he's done. I told you this shit. And I know this, I didn't even see the new episode, but I saw people tweeting about it like, how the fuck did Dre make it through this episode? And it's just like, yeah, it's just, there is certain shit that's supposed to happen like that doesn't.
You don't line up the distro, get him murdered, then bring Tommy to the scene of the crime. All evidence points to that this gang did this shit. Why do you know all of this and you're still alive? You get murdered off of suspicion alone.
Mind you, the whole shit with Kanan, I'm pretty sure that has to come into play. It's like, it doesn't even make sense at this point. People can't do this much fuckery. We just was talking about niggas getting killed over perks. You can't do this much fuckery and just nothing happen. And it's just so unbelievable at times that I'm like, wait. Ghost literally went the whole season in jail trying to act like he wasn't Ghost. And in the blink of rage, beat a correction officer to death.
Yeah, somehow.
Changed his clothes and they let him out the jail.
Somehow Biscuit and Tommy, his dad, decided to have a change of heart and help him. No.
What are you doing? Change your plans, buddy.
Change your clothes.
Yeah. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Tommy stabbing Homeland Security in Proctor's apartment. What the fuck did Proctor do? They didn't even go into that. What the fuck did he do to get rid of the blood and the body and all of that shit?
Ghost told him this week, he said, did you get your apartment cleaned? Yeah. Professionally? Yeah. Do it again. And then do it again. So apparently, like, it's a bad product, man. Like, it's just like, it's such a bad product,
Yo,
man.
it's almost stressful.
I feel bad for watching this shit because, like, every week I'm like, that's it. I'm done.
And you know what's funny is the tweets that I was seeing today. I saw Diddy tweeted, you know what, Chad and Matt right, I'm done with this shit. I was cracking up. Like, yo, that's really how this shit be. It's like, you watch it because, like I said, you invested in the characters.
Connected to it.
But then when it go off, you like...
You remember how good it was seasons 1 and 2, and you like, all right, at some point it's going to get back to this. It's a parody.
Like, people don't understand that writers change. They leave. Like Sanford and Son. The first 3 seasons, I've watched the Unsung on first episode. They were saying how Norman Lear and them brought in different writers for season 4 once they went to the whole Julio shit, and then he had the Sanford arms and all that. It's like, hey, y'all doing too much.
Right.
It just is what it is. It's like you can tell when the writers that were on a show leave from the show because the show has a completely different angle and go like Entourage. And they started changing that shit up. It's like, all right, no.
Entourage, like the last 2 seasons of Entourage was awful.
Awful.
Because it's like no matter what trouble they got into, they got out of it. And I'm like, no, that's not how life works. Where the fuck is the adversity?
Yeah.
Like, be having adversity for 1.5 episodes.
That's what made you like them. The fact that it was like, it seemed like they were never going to get over the hump fully. But it's like once they did get over the hump, then it's like, it's just, it's
peaches and cream.
And it's like, no, it don't be like that.
No, fuck this show.
So I was like, I like Power, and I told you I root for it. But, man, that writing is after last week, with him and Kanan, when Kanan ran up on him out front of when he was getting in the car, I'm like,
it's over.
It's over. He about to rock him. Then they get in the car and start talking, and he handed Ghost a gun. I'm like, whoa, what? He's like, yeah, go rob the stash house. He's like, what about the bullets? You don't need no bullets.
You don't need no bullets.
What?
These niggas got bullets in here.
What happened? Ghost comes in and really don't need bullets. A throat chop on some tape and shit. He's right upstairs getting the money. It's like, no, this is nuts. But I don't know. We'll be watching next Sunday.
Ghost robbed the stash house. He had Kanan with him. And Tommy's just like, you know what? This week, Tommy's like, you know what, Ghost? I understand.
I'm gonna watch
if it was anybody but you.
I'll watch it when I go in the house, man. I already know. I'm gonna be pissed when it goes off. You want to get some of these questions?
Yeah, please.
We got a lot of questions.
I don't give a fuck about the rest of these topics.
Me neither. Okay, this is gonna get us into a lot. All right. Hell, I was about to go into the hellos. Hello. She says, I'm assuming this is a woman. She says, why does it seem like everybody is so into the interracial dating thing? She's like, as a black woman, I almost find it as an insult that so many white men approach me.
Oh, shit. Jeez. Whew.
You're still
how do you really feel?
You're still at a dune day. Like, join the rest of us, baby.
Oh, my
God.
We over here at the interracial cookout. You still at the Dune Day, baby. Shit.
I saw the rooftop of Dune Day on Instagram.
She must be there right now.
She must be at the rooftop of Dune Day.
Reporting live from rooftop of Dune Day here. Hello.
You want to handle the interracial?
Shit is rough.
We've gone over this topic before.
I'm the wrong person to talk to about this, man. I think I've chronicled that I'm 25% white. My grandmother is white. My great grandmother is white. I'm fucking as light skin can get.
Listen, man. This is, and it was another question in here about dating. It's like I'm trying to not insult nobody.
Right. That's the main thing. It's like listen.
I don't have a problem with interracial dating at all. I don't. I told you I have a white uncle. I have white friends. I once dated a white woman. Date whoever you want.
Date good people.
Listen. This is where I was going. Date, like Chad says, good people. Find someone who enjoys being around you and you enjoy being around. Love and all of those type things, they don't have a color. They don't have an age. You might find somebody who's 15, 20 years older than you or younger than you. Shout out to Kels. You never really know. But stop, like, it's true story. There was a girl, not my, it's funny, my first, like, crush as a kid, she was a white girl.
Right.
Dawn, fuck was her last name? Pomponi? I think it was Pomponi. Yeah, she was Italian. She was, man, listen,
I was in love with this Italian girl when I was in high school.
She used to wear snakeskin, like, cowboy boots. Yeah. This was like, late 80s, early 90s.
Early days.
Yeah. She used to dress like them sluts. Well, here we go again. Like them, like the white girls in like rock videos, like them real slutty white. She used to dress like that, and I was just, man, I'm gonna get me one of them in a Harley and just ride out this motherfucker.
But no, Bossellini.
But no, the first chick I really had a thing for, like on some like I'm a go at her type joint. I was in 6th grade. She was in 8th, and I was just so into her. And I became a safety after school just because she was a safety too. Like,
gotta get this time in.
Let me get my orange belt and get around it. You know what I'm saying? See where her head at. And one day after school, I'm like, yo, I'm coming at it today. And I mean, I laid my game down quite flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sweetness, where you parked at? Like, I was on it. This bitch gonna tell me, oh, Matt, you know, you're a friendly guy and everything, but, you know, I like light-skinned boys. And I'm like, well, what the fuck did I got to do with anything? And she was like, you know, like, she straight told me, like, I like light-skinned boys. And I'm like, funky bitch. And, you know, going
out here with this orange belt on like a fucking clown.
I got this dumbass
orange
belt on out here.
I'm out here directing traffic.
Yo, about to get smacked.
And you color struck, bitch.
Bro, real talk. And
Smack
later on in
life,
we disconnected or whatever. And she went to a different high school and shit. 'Cause we was in middle school.
Yeah.
She wound up like marrying a fucking light skinned dude or whatever. And they had like, he almost killed her. Like they had like this whole big domestic shit. And I remember Ross was like falling out because I was like, you see that? Light skinned boy. Everyone's like, yo, you're a piece of shit. Like, I'm like, no.
Our fault, not mine.
I'm like, no, because it's like you people had this thing where it's like, oh, I'm only going to find what I want in this. And it's like, no, that's wrong.
That's not how life works. Like,
it doesn't work.
At the end of the day, you got to identify qualities in a person.
Exactly.
That match up to create shared values so that what they like and what you like have some sort of crossover, you know what I'm saying, into where y'all can enjoy those things together. If they say opposites attract, but you still have to have some things in common that you both enjoy doing that override the differences that you may have. A big difference could be you're black and she's white. You're fucking Spanish and she's Asian, whatever the case may be. But I think that as a whole, as a people, we should be working I thought we were over it, but the last couple of years showed us that the racism shit is just as bad as it ever was. But we should be working, for those of us who don't subscribe to a racist doctrine or any type of bigotry, we should be collectively working towards uniting our communities and uniting one another against the people that are against it.
One of my homies, like from like long, like lifelong homies, like I've known him 20-something years, he literally would always tell us, like, I'm not marrying a black woman. He's like, he told us, he was like flat out, I'm not married a black. So he wound up marrying a Dominican girl. Mm-hmm. And They live down south, whatever. He was telling me, was like, they went to like his family was having like a situation up here. He brought her up here, and his cousins. He's like, they black. They like, oh, what, you couldn't find a nice black woman? He was like, no. I look, nope. Next.
My high school girlfriend that I was in love with, that I thought I was gonna marry, she's Spanish. She's Costa Rican and Colombian, like. And I loved her to fucking death. You know what I'm saying? That relationship was unraveled because I'm a piece of shit. Not because, like, you know what I'm saying, any differences or anything like that. But good woman, great family, all that shit. Like, and I got by with the family because I was light-skinned like them.
I dated a Dominican, and
shit ain't really work out.
They was cool. I know they was saying little slick shit when I left and shit. But when I was there, they was nice. But she was awesome. I am, too, I'm a piece of shit. But, well, it was. I'm a
reformed piece of shit.
At the time, I was a piece of shit. But I dated a Dominican. I dated a white girl. I dated a Colombian. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I dated a bunch of Asian girls. Don't get me started with them.
But goes to that. This girl, you're way too angry. Let some love into your heart, man. Yeah.
You never know that fucking Biff or Chip that's approaching you might be able to literally change your life and change how you not only like financial maybe, but how you look at things and open you up to new experiences, that things that you didn't know you liked or whatever the case may be. So it's like, I get it. Like, you want to, stick with what you like or whatever the case may be. But sometimes we never really fully understand ourselves or know what we like for real. For real. Like,
tough.
It just might be based off of familiarity and experiences that we just think that this is what we want.
I'll say this, with all this going on now with the whole transgender thing and the LGBT and everything that's going on in the world, I hate. That's the only thing I hate is hate. I just don't understand. What's the point in it? If something ain't for you, it's not cool.
Right.
Let whoever want to rock out. And I say that because I watch the things that happen and I watch the things that go on, and it's like, a lot of these prejudices and a lot of this hate that go on, it's the same thing that black people went through all the way up until today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All the way up until this morning.
It didn't even stop in the 50s, 60s, 70s. It's like it just got contained for a small part. But it's the same thing. It's like people don't realize, like, your grandfathers and great-grandmothers and all of that, they was getting beat and tortured just because they looked a certain way.
And over history has shown us that there were a lot of white people that were helpful to the black and the civil rights movement and all of that shit, because if not, how the fuck does it gain any legitimacy if there aren't liberal white people that are willing to help? Like, because they already wasn't taking black people serious as it was. So without the help of these white people over different periods of time, we might not even progress as far as we did. Yeah. So it's like, we got to look at the whole picture.
The Django, you know what I'm saying? You see movies like that, like where Schultz is literally helping Jamie Foxx find his wife, and they kill the boss, and Samuel is crying.
Right.
No, man! So it's like, it's like, just cut the hate shit out, man. Like, let some love into your life, into your heart, man, and just try to be better today than you was yesterday.
Absolutely.
Stop worrying about all that foolishness. Here go another joint. I just want to start by saying congratulations to you guys on a successful show. My question is sports related. Looking at how the NBA has shaped out, a lot of teams bulking up. What teams do you have in the playoffs? And with football season around the corner, also bold predictions for NFL MVP. Peace, stay blessed. That's from one of our mutual Twitter homie, who normally is talking a lot of shit and making a lot of jokes. So to see him speaking so clearly and
eloquently,
it's a beautiful thing. But all right,
NBA wise, I'm expecting the Wizards and the Bucks to make a huge jump in the East with all the player movement and all of that shit that took place with that. So I still got Cleveland and Boston at the top. You can basically flip a coin for who's number one. I'll be able to make a final prediction once they finalize what the fuck they're going to do with Kyrie, which they're saying it might be Minnesota. They got to wait till the 15th of this month to add Jeff Teague into any deal. So it might end up being Teague and Wiggins for Kyrie to Minnesota, which would make sense for both teams. And I think that would put Cleveland ahead of Boston again if they do that. The rest of the East, like outside of them, like four teams, add Toronto in. After that, it's like cut the deck with the rest of them guys or whatever like that. I hope the Heat make the playoffs this year for Dion's sake. And I would hope that he would probably make a push, go from averaging 16 to averaging 20 this year. West, as far as the West goes, you got
The Warriors and then the rest of
the Warriors and the rest of these niggas. The Warriors are obviously gonna win this shit, barring like Kevin Durant getting assassinated and Steph Curry getting hit by a car. We can just go ahead and fast forward to like June 11th or whatever the fuck the finals start, and they're gonna do this shit again. It's like Houston, yeah, you got CP3, not enough. OKC, you got Paul George, not enough. The Spurs are basically bringing back their whole team, with the exception of like I think Jonathan Simmons is leaving. Not enough. Minnesota adding possibly Kyrie might put them into a top 4 spot, but they're losing Wiggins and his perimeter defense, so I don't know if that's enough. But you got Jimmy Butler, so they'll make a jump probably to a top 5 or 6 team or whatever like that. But it's not gonna be an interesting season.
Warriors and the Cavs.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty
LeBron's
much.
Still the best player in the world. I was arguing yesterday.
Warriors
about
still the best team.
I was arguing yesterday about the whole best player ever thing, and old head, in my job was running off with the Jordan shit, and I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, LeBron really, really is like, it's a serious argument, like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he was like, give me your honest reason why you say that. I'm like, this is my whole thing with LeBron, and I'm a Kobe and AI guy. LeBron is entering his 15th year in the NBA.
And he's still the best player.
He literally, in the finals just now, led the finals in points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage, and averaged a 30-point triple-double. Nobody you've ever seen in their 14th year is doing that. Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, Bird, Jordan, none of them. LeBron is 15 years in. He's the best player on the court. That's just nuts. That just don't make sense. Mind you, I was trying to explain to him, he's, 7th or 8th all-time in scoring? He's got 28,000 points.
Yeah.
Kareem has 38. LeBron needs 10 racks to catch him. He might do that. And the knock on LeBron is that he's not a scorer. Right. So for him to not be a scorer, for him to be a facilitator first and end up number 1, number 2 in scoring, that say a lot about this dude. Because everybody else that's high on that scoring list, they not as high on the assist list. They not as high on the triple-double list. Yeah. They not as high on the rebound list other than Kareem and Karl Malone. Right. It's just what it is. Duncan's not that high on the points list.
Oh, okay.
Like, for him to be that high on points, that high on assists, he's already 3rd in triple-doubles ever. It's like, I really don't understand where the flat-out, oh, no. This is my thing. And this is where I'm going to leave it at. When you're arguing individual things like best player ever, best defender ever, best rim protector ever, best player overall in the game of basketball, why is it that when you argue individual things, the first thing y'all bring up are team accomplishments? Right. Jordan didn't win 6 chips. The Bulls won 6 chips. Jordan didn't go 72-10. The Bulls went 72-10. Understand that. LeBron has been on good-ass teams. He's been on a couple great ones. Jordan was on the best team ever at one point. Right. It's just what it was in the 90s, playing against teams that just weren't that great. Jordan never had to face teams like LeBron faced. In my whole like, how? I'm like, yo, do you realize that the MVP from this season, the finals MVP from this season, and the runner-up to the MVP from this season were on the same staff against LeBron in the finals? Do you realize that? Do you realize Jordan never faced Jordan? Only people who faced that were Magic and Bird, because both of those teams were loaded with all-star Hall of Famers. Yeah. But that's it. LeBron just beat a team that went 73-9 with a dude who won the unanimous MVP who made 400 threes in a season. He beat them in the finals. That team came back with the best pure scorer in basketball. Yep. No one ever faced that. So it's an argument. It's going to go on forever. All I'm saying is LeBron is it's a legitimate argument. I'd rather argue that than who's going to win between Floyd and McGregor.
Kobe's my favorite player of all time. Like, I respect the man's game, his work ethic, and all that shit above everybody. LeBron passed him when he beat that 73-9 team. It's just what it is. Like, the caliber of opponent and the way he was able to beat them. And coming back from down 3-1, he did some shit we've literally never seen before.
And you know when I'm a smart mouth motherfucker. So it's like when I argue with somebody and I leave them like to where they can't speak, it's the funniest shit ever. Because he was like, they only won that shit because Draymond got suspended. I'm like, well, here's the knock with that. Draymond got suspended for Game 5, right? He played in Game 6. And he played in Game 7. And Draymond in Game 7 had the game of his life. If I'm not mistaken, he had 35, 16, and 9. Draymond was there. Yeah. He was like, boom. boom. And I walked the fuck off. I'm like, it's nothing you can say. It's like, you can tell me Draymond didn't play game 5, but he played every other game. And he had the best game he had in the whole season in game 7.
In his career.
Real talk. 35, 16, and 9 in game 7. They lost at home.
Yeah.
Don't hit me with that.
Everything was in their favor.
Everything.
And they lost. He took that shit from him.
Took it.
Just like last year, Westbrook took the MVP from fucking Harden. Like, he took that shit.
Do you have a prediction for the NFL MVP, he said?
I like Carr.
Oh, from
Oakland quarterback.
You know I'm prejudiced, so I'm thinking Dak rolls off for MVP this year. Why not? We got a rookie of the year. Might as well go out there and get an MVP this season.
I think Carr gonna win it. It's gonna be between. All I really give a fuck about is them versus the Patriots in the AFC conference final. That's all I give a fuck about.
Shout out to Midget John and JT. We just want to see the black punter act the fucking fool. The black punter is the coolest nigga on the planet. We just want to see that nigga act crazy. But NFL MVP prediction, it's not a prediction. I just want it to happen. Right. I want Dak to get one. It would be dope. They released the joint, said the Cowboys, Vegas got them winning the NFC East at 11-5. Vegas has the Patriots going 16-0.
Oh shit!
I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Who are they playing? I gotta look at their schedule.
Apparently they're playing Bach and fucking
basketball.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? 16-0 is what Vegas got them going at.
Shit.
They got the Eagles coming in at 3rd place in NFC at 9 and whatever the other number is when you win 9.
The Giants second.
Giants are second, and then the Redskins are 4th. Those were the Jones I noticed when I saw it. Patriots 16-0, Cowboys 11-5, and they had the Raiders. They had the Raiders at 12-4, I believe. Yeah. So
Raiders good, man, top to bottom. Raiders very, very good team.
They got beast mode coming in there. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, them versus the Patriots. That's all I really give a fuck about for the whole entire season.
Okay, here's another question. If Meek's career was turned over to you to manage starting today, what would you do differently with both his image and this wins and losses project that you haven't seen done? General consensus is that the album is dope, but what would your strategy be to ensure that the music isn't quickly forgotten and to fix the perception of him constantly taking L's? I think that's done.
I think that's done. I mean, the main thing would be the frequency with which he releases music. Not to overshadow this project, but he should have something else coming by back to school time. Even if it's just another Meek and Music EP or whatever like that, that should definitely be a thing. What I would definitely increase is the quality of videos that they're shooting. He has an on-staff videographer, Will Nego, and I know Will from back in the day. Very talented videographer or whatever. But I think they need to shoot some better videos because, they did a video for We Ball, which is one of the 3 best songs on the album.
I didn't even click on it when I saw it.
All it is just tour footage, and it's y'all are cheating. It's like a montage.
It's like a what's the song we was talking about with Jeezy? The girls, if she don't know that, she not the one. What's the Jeezy song everybody loves? Jeezy song. They hate. Fuck them. They hating anyway.
I just love to make a corporate thugging. Yeah,
like that video.
Yeah, it's like a montage of tour footage.
It's not really shit that they put together.
Yeah, and it's you're cheating how good Young Thug's and Meek's performance is on the record by not doing a performance-based video for a song like that. He should definitely make more records in the vein of Open, the record with Ty Dolla $ign, more, not that he should start making whole albums like that, but that should be a focus going forward. I'm going to sprinkle in 2 or 3 of these joints with all of the super duper anthems and the hard shit because his music lives in the clubs, but this is the first album where it's living on the charts. Mm-hmm. He's got 7 songs in the Billboard Hot 100. He's never had that before. So already he did a buck. I just had to recheck the numbers. He did 98,594 or whatever. So he did 100,000 his first week. He did 37 the second week. And the album is performing. It's not outselling Dreams Worth More Than Money, but it's outperforming his last 2 album cycles or whatever. And he just needs to – it's more of the same, and he's doing media at a more rapid pace than he's ever done it. He did every urban media outlet except for Breakfast Club, and he got a problem with them, so I understand why he didn't do Breakfast Club. But he did every other one.
I wouldn't mind getting him up here. Real shit.
Man, listen. If anybody out there listening, that can plug us, Ready, whoever out there that can plug us, we definitely.
Rob, you fake connected.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? Get us. We're coming to him. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this with the I forgot what I was gonna say. Jesus Christ. What did you just say about the album performing?
Oh, I'm saying like it's not outselling his last album, but it's outperforming it. As far as like the type of records he's making are different.
That's
records.
what I was gonna go to. Meek has, I feel like all of the L shit, all of that. That's the thing of the past.
Yeah.
He's bounced back wonderfully, honestly.
Yeah.
My thing with the only knock I got with the album or anything he's doing right now is the features, and that's the problem with losing to Nicki Minaj, not having Drake,
right.
not like realistically. Why hasn't there been a Jay-Z feature on none of these albums yet?
Well, he actually had one on the first album, but it didn't make it, and then they re-released it as just like a one-off record or whatever. And I guess Jay didn't clear it, so they didn't do nothing with it. But it was like a shitty record, honestly.
That's what I thought that was gonna happen on this album, like a Jay feature. And
we've been waiting for a Jay feature since "I'm a Boss" remix.
Like he's with Rock Nation still, right?
They part of his management.
So you would think that would have happened already. You know what I mean? So the features on the album, I mean, they cool. I really like the one boy. He's got the funny name.
It's a singer or a rapper?
Rapper. I just was listening to the shit.
Who, Lights?
No. The yeah, Lights.
Lights Camera.
Yeah, Lights Camera.
Yeah, that's
he got it spelled a funny way and shit. Yeah. But I liked him. Quavo is Quavo, so
right.
Gonna get what you. And Ross, I feel like Ross is, he's on his back nine right now.
Yeah.
But
like he got a amazing performance out of Gotti on this album. That's one of the best raps I heard all year.
I'm not the biggest Gotti fan, but it is a good
He's
song.
talking that shit. Yeah. It's a good record. Gotti's verse is so good. I kind of cut the record off before I get to Ross. And I like Ross a lot.
It's kind of weird. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Ross is on the,
it's just like more of the same shit.
I think Thug might have, like, feature of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Thug shit is just
It's
crazy.
not even close.
Yeah, it's just
not
real
close.
good. But, yeah, that's it. Other than that, I think the album's terrific.
Yeah, I love it.
He's definitely, like you said, doing way more media now, doing way more things than I've seen him do before. So
I seen him doing like radio stations and little small radio stations in DC and fucking new station that just got launched in Atlanta. Like he's hustling. Like he's running the media circuit. You know what I'm saying? He did Angie Martinez. He did Ebro. Like he's making the right moves.
Okay. What do you do if you catch the mother of your children smashing in your bed? You sleeping. Y'all live rough lives.
Like, do you want the PC answer or the OJ answer?
I mean, PC or the OJ.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the mother of your kids, so you can't kill her. So that's what I'm saying. You got to take that into account. You don't want your kids to end up in the system because you going to jail and she gonna be you gonna have to go to her family had to go to a funeral. So whatever you do, don't kill her, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if anything, this should just be an awakening that whatever you thought was going on ain't going on, my man.
Yo, like somebody the other day, we was in the shop and they was talking about calling cheaters. And I'm like, yo, if you gotta call cheaters,
it's already over.
They cheating.
If I gotta call a fire department, my house is already on fire.
Exactly. Like you don't walk in, everything cool, be like, let me call the cops. Like, nah, that don't make sense.
No, somebody move my motherfucking painting. Y'all need to take a note of this shit just in case it come up missing.
So I'm like, what if, like, and I was like, what you call cheaters? And then these motherfuckers is out there in 2 church vans, fucking waiting to jump out on the bitch because she in the bar with this nigga for $2 Tuesdays, and now you got running there with all these fucking cameras, like,
or even worse, she getting partied or some shit like that.
Yeah,
it's like some shit you better off just going on the hunch and just like rather than finding out the full truth and then killing yourself.
Remember old school when he walked in and shit? Like, yeah, you don't want that.
Like, I'm here for the gangbang?
Yeah. Like, you don't want that. So it's like, you got to call cheaters, bro. They already cheating.
Man.
Already cheating.
Don't do it.
Knowing what you know now after years of promoting events, as a new promoter, post having your first successful event, What would be your next move to build on that success?
Stop promoting in Philadelphia.
I was wondering if you was gonna be like serious.
Get the fuck out of this market. It's actually terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's actually terrible. Get the fuck out of this market. Here's the thing. Like, I've been traveling a lot the last 2-3 years. Like, and I fucking meet people from other markets. Like, one of my close friends, Javier, DJ Golden Boy, he's like running Miami right now. Like, he's fucking controlling one of the biggest tourist markets in nightlife markets in the country, like single-handedly. And he still does fucking Howard Homecoming weekend. He still fucking booked Kevin Hart 3 times this year for various events in Vegas and in other places. Like, when I see shit like that going on, it lets me know that as far as Philadelphia goes, the promoters aren't even scratching the surface of really what this shit can be. I was just with guy Wayne from DC for the past weekend or whatever, and just, you know, looking at his event schedule, he has 5 successful weekly events that's been going on for about 7 years.
And where is this at?
In DC. Like, he's got 5 weekly events. Like, he's got like a fucking Wednesday, a Monday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has 5 fucking weeklies. Like, he's making, I don't even want to quote the number, he's making stupid amounts of money. So it's like, when you realize that, like, you in a market where you could be putting literally the same amount of effort in as these guys, and you're not making 10% of the money, you really kind of like cheating yourself, so to speak. Like, which is kind of like why I've fallen back from the shit, because it's like, yo, for all my bright ideas and all my ingenuity and all these fucking fantastic ideas that I have, the market is unable to fully support it in the way that I need it to make financial sense. And not just to put money in my pocket, but to be able to continue to do the dope shit that needs to happen that could change shit here over and over and over again. So that's the problem. But what I would say is, if you coming off a successful event, what you need to focus on, kind of what Tyler was saying last week, is honing in on your audience. Even if it's only a 250-person audience or whatever, but create an experience for those people that's almost like tailor-made to them, that makes them want to come and bring a friend or 2 or 3 or whatever the case may be. And then you look up and you got a 500-person audience. You look up and you got 700. Then you look up and you got 1,000. Like, focus in on who your audience is, the type of things that they like, and bring them experiences that are specific to them, and build your shit up. And don't necessarily focus on collaborating with other promoters or whatever, because they may end up diluting your product if you have a direct vision for it. Done.
Yeah. You watch Trading Places?
Yeah. What is you, ignorant? Said he Karate Man bleed on the inside.
Dog, I watched Trading Places the other day. I was fucking crying. Yo, that's one of the funniest movies ever. This
Eddie
nigga,
Murphy, man.
They was trying to lure him into the car. He's like, get in, it's warm in here. Whiskey. Oh, shit. The rest of the questions are pretty stupid.
I had one in my text, in my DM that said, "What is the over under on returned clothes this weekend?" After
I already know who wrote
that. 70%. Next question.
I don't think it's gonna be a lot of return clothes. Clothes didn't seem like they were that expensive. That was me. That was a joke though, people. That's over falling out. But I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, not really, man. Like I said at the beginning of the show, man. Rest in peace, my guy Zeke.
Rest in peace, Killy, man.
Rest in peace, Killy. You know, me and Matt both took some losses. People that we really care about the last couple weeks. Overall, we just appreciate all the support on the show. Y'all keep us going. We got some potential big things in the works. Shout out to Brandilly MC for supporting the show, and you know,
always gotta shout my guys, man. Steph and Mir, man, they become like my favorite people up here.
Yeah.
Dope shows. You know, they got Jeezy coming up
Friday, the 11th. So if you haven't already, go to Ticketmaster.com. Get y'all tickets for dope shows with with Jeezy, P&B Rock, YBS Scola, Black Poppy, and Pound Side Pop this Friday. If you want the Section 103 tickets, DM DTE Mir or DM Steph Vinny.chase_ or dope shows. I don't even know how the underscores are, but
dope_shows_, I believe.
there you go. DM them. You can get the section 103 tickets there. Bring them to your door, and that's pretty much everything, man. You know, we grateful to have a platform to be able to come talk shit and educate y'all every single week, and we appreciate the fact that y'all.
Yeah,
listen.
man. We got something that could be brewing big.
Yeah,
we're not gonna get ahead of ourselves.
Let's not.
Let's not.
But
fingers crossed.